Lighting the fuse now on another big hour here on the Steve Gruber Show. Glad to have you along for the conversation. Remember, this could have a triggering effect on you. You might have wild enthusiasm for America. You might become more patriotic. This could make you believe in America. That's a triggering effect. You have been warned. Here are the three big things you need to know this hour on the Steve Gruber Show. Number one, a Michigan bill to legalize wildlife feeding hits close to home for one lawmaker, a guy we know, that's for sure. Number two, Dana Nessel versus Donald Trump. Michigan's AG asking for more legal muscle while preaching independence. That's what you would expect. And number three, my friends, a first-of-its-kind program. Could it stop Michigan's next school shooter? This comes to the first two stories are from my good friends at Michigan News Source, my news company. Katie Hyde will be joining me in a few minutes to talk about the big news in Michigan over the last few days and looking forward. But this article comes from down the street. Detroit News has this one today. A first-of-its-kind program to stop school shootings. A pilot program in Michigan. Now, I have specific ideas on how to stop school shootings, but I'm always willing to listen to conversations that might get us there. That's why this article caught my attention. Dateline, Lincoln Park. An intervention program designed to find and thwart the next school shooter in Michigan has moved into its first Metro Detroit school district to train employees on a first-of-its-kind model in the nation. Prevent to Protect is the name of the program. Prevent to Protect. It's a $15 million project funded by the Michigan Department of Education. It's designed to prevent acts of adolescent violence and increase school safety. The 5-year pilot pulls together the expertise of mental health providers, law enforcement, and educators at a research to practice hub at Michigan State University's Department of Psychiatry. All right, so the program, which was started in the 2022-2023 school year, focuses on early intervention and providing long-term intervention support such as mentoring, mental health treatment for the student, and services for their family. 4 regional teams, one at Lincoln Park Public Schools, and then one at Ingham County Intermediate School District, Calhoun Intermediate School District, and the West Shores ESD. It's gotten 69 referrals at last report for high-risk middle and high school kids as of April. It determined 36 of those were eligible for the program, 28 active adolescents it is supporting and mentoring, according to the program officials. Now, the kids that have been referred either threatened to bring a gun to school, pretended to have a gun in school, committed assault in school, made a bomb threat, or created a hit list, or any and all of the above. A Michigan superintendent discovered a kill list written by a student in Memphis Community School just last week. The list titled Kill List Today, reported by another student on an anonymous tip line. According to the program's director, Dr. Elise Lay, an associate professor of child and adolescent psychiatry at Michigan State, the program in its first year averted 2 planned attacks, a suicide plan in the case of child abuse neglect where the child had access to weapons. A lot of research on this, but now we know about averted attacks, we know about gun violence, but what are we doing to stop this? Now look, from where I come from, special resource officers, SROs, would be a big part of this. And as we've talked about this program a number of times, in not one school district where the faculty and staff can carry concealed anywhere in America has there been any school shooting of any sort. Not one school shooting, let alone a mass shooting event. If faculty and staff can carry concealed in places like Tennessee, Ohio, and Texas, where schools allow this to happen, not one. A lot of research on this, they said. So years and years ago, we put together a model which is now Prevent to Protect, and that model is of intensive supports. It involves system navigation. It involves mentorship of young people. Our belief is that one adult, one person can change the trajectory of a kid's life. That's true, but can you stop a mass shooting? Once a student is identified by their local district and deemed eligible by Prevent to Protect, the program starts with a multidisciplinary assessment at MSU that includes a psychiatric social needs assessment for the child. The team gathers all records and documents it can about the student and creates an individualized care plan that is shared with the student's school district. We want to know everything we can possibly find out about the kid. Everything. Pediatric records, community mental health records, interviews with law enforcement, all of it. The Hub helps Michigan school districts establish intensive support teams for the students and their families. Those teams conduct ongoing risk and needs assessments and coordinate individual care plans that may include medical, mental health, education, employment services for the family. Part of the program helps families navigate the multiple systems required to get their child the help they need. It includes housing families in hotels during assessments, gas cards to travel with Michigan State. Students are supposed to be identified for the program through their school district's threat assessment team, but there's a lack of standardized protocols, said Lay, and the threat assessments across the state makes that challenging. Plus, school staffers who are team members leave the district for other jobs. Of course, people move around. I think we're at the infancy of implementing behavioral threat assessment across the state. I think Michigan is ahead of some states, way ahead, and that's due to the Office of School Safety and all the work that they have done. All Michigan schools required by law no later than October 1, 2026 to establish a behavior threat assessment and management team under Governor Gretchen Whitmer's school safety package that was signed into law in January. Each team, which the district must staff and train, is tasked with monitoring concerning behaviors by students, implementing supportive measures to mitigate potential threats, and providing students with the tools they need to thrive. I guess we'll find out. If it's all quiet here, then I'll listen. Look, they stopped two school shootings, they believe. That's success. But I believe to stop all school shootings, it has to be multidimensional. This program will not stop them all. Listen, I don't understand school shootings at all. When we were kids, during hunting season, we took guns to school. Deer season, there was a shotgun in my car. Oftentimes, other people as well. Not a big deal. We didn't wander down the hall pulling the trigger. That was the difference. We didn't kill people. Something about the degradation of the value of human life in this day and age. Sad, really. It's where we are, though. So I go back to, places like Detroit. They've never had a school shooting. Why? Because they have police right there on campus. The Detroit Public Schools has its own police department, armed and ready and reacting to all potential threats. Same thing in big city schools don't have this happen because they are armed response, right? There's an armed response and it's instantaneous. But I like this idea. I give it credit. It's heads up. They're trying to protect our children, and that I respect. So I'll give credit where credit is due. Nice job, Governor Whitmer, and nice job to everybody on this program. It's a step forward, worth evaluating. Let's see if it can help. Will it do it all by itself? No, but let's see if it can help. Straight ahead, Katie Hyde from Michigan News Source here on the Steve Gruber Show. I'll be right back.